Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight. Some people call me Dr. Cousin. And so I'm so glad that you are here with me at this particular time. And so I do want to do a short introduction of who I am, just in case this is the first time that you and I are meeting. And so some people call me Dr. Cousin simply because I do have a biological cousin who I joined in business with. And so he called me Dr. Cousin, and it began to spread to different places, different programs. And so people started calling me that. So you're welcome to refer to me as Dr. Cousin as well. And so I'm the creator of the Leadership TKO show. This is a brand name that was given to me by the Most High many, many years ago. This brand has been in existence for about 6, 7 years now. TKO stands for Truths That Keep the Overcomer. Leadership truths that keep the overcomer. And so that's what that stands for. And so throughout the content that I may share, classes, online courses, coaching, etc., it's definitely has a solid foundation in leadership, helping you to be equipped to lead in your industry. And so I'm a wife of over 18 years to this man whom you see on the screen, Keith McKnight, Army veteran. We have two beautiful children whom we homeschool, Lacey and Omari. And so we're just elated to be parents, and I'm just honored to be their mom. I truly, truly am. I'm excited to see what God is going to do through them in the earth. Keith McKnight and I, we are full-time network marketers and we are wealth building coaches. And so I just want to share with you that during this mini class, if you hear numbers or if you hear about an opportunity, etc., please understand that I am not a financial advisor. This information that I'm going to share with you is for educational purposes only. So I always say, consult with a financial advisor to chat about your own situation to make informed decisions. And so I do want to share with you what our focus for this mini class is, and it is master smart contracts, building wealth with the blockchain. So that's our focus. I know, grab a notepad and a pen. It's a mini class. And so we're going to show you some information, give you some information about smart contracts, how you can utilize them and leverage them to build wealth for your life, and even sharing this with people you know who also want to do the very same thing. So what's the objective during this class? What is the objective? Well, it's really to help you understand what smart contracts are. That's the first point, right? And how they work. So you need to understand what are smart contracts and how they work. You're also going to be able to learn the benefits of using smart contracts in building wealth. And then we're going to explore practical applications of smart contracts in various industries. So by the end of this class, you'll have a clear understanding of how smart contracts can revolutionize your approach to wealth building. So without further ado, let's continue on. So what are smart contracts? What are they? Well, here they go. Here it is. They are self-executing. That part right there is enough to make you say, wow, right? It should make you say, wow, by itself. Self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. Let me say that one more time. Self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. So they automatically execute transactions when conditions are met. Okay, and it utilizes blockchain technology for security and transparency. So it's a contract on the blockchain. It's not a physical contract, it's a digital contract. But why do smart contracts matter? I know some people may have or even raise that question within themselves, or they may ask other people, why do smart contracts even matter? Well, smart contracts matter because they eliminate the need for intermediaries. Okay, they eliminate the need for the middleman. Okay, and it helps to speed up transactions. And not only that, reduces costs. Okay, so you have the ability to speed things up, speed up transactions. It reduces costs. It also enhances security with cryptographic techniques. Yeah, so you have that enhancement of, your transactions being secure. And then lastly, ensuring transparency and trust in transactions. How many of you know that is nothing better than being able to trust what's going on with your transactions, right? Whoever is involved in the transaction. And so when it comes to smart contracts, please understand there's no middleman. You can speed things up, it reduces costs, enhance security, and ensures transparency and trust in the transaction that's being made. So what are the benefits therefore? Okay, so when it comes to smart contracts, there are several benefits. Now, one of them being cost savings. Cost savings. Okay, because you have cost savings by removing the middleman. There's no one that has to divvy out certain things and engage in specific tasks for you because you're paying them. Those where those extra fees coming at is when you have to pay the middleman. And so when you have these smart contracts on the blockchain, you're removing that element. Okay, you're removing that middleman. And then also a second benefit would be time savings. Time savings. Okay, and you have this time saving element by streamlining processes. Okay, so again, because you don't have to send it to this place and then it moves from this place to that place, there's not a whole lot of extra activity that needs to take place. And so as a result, it's saving time. And then it minimizes errors with precise code execution. So there's accuracy with this. Okay, there's accuracy. And then lastly, trust. Yes, building trust with immutable and transparent transactions. So you see everything that's going on the blockchain, everything. A lot of people talk about the negative so much, but here is the real truth. The real truth is we need to open up our eyes to understand that the hearts of man is evil, right? And so if you have all of these intermediaries who have their hands in the pot, moving your money around, you have hearts of men moving your money around. Think about that for a moment. And the heart of man, as we know by our Heavenly Father, it's evil. It's evil. Okay. And so until that transformation happens with the heart is evil. So when you're dealing with the blockchain, however, it's transparent. You're removing that middleman. So you have this trust element now. So you build trust with immutable and transparent transactions. So these are the benefits of smart contracts. So let's talk a bit about building wealth with them. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's tap into that for just a moment. Because smart contracts can be used to build wealth in various ways, such as participating in DeFi platforms for lending, borrowing, and earning interest. There are different platforms that allow you to do this. Okay, so you can participate in DeFi, which stands for decentralized finance. Decentralized meaning it's no centralized middleman that tries to control it. No. Okay, this is for the people. This is a platform that doesn't involve those governing bodies that have their hand in the mix. So again, DeFi platforms are definitely an option. Then you also have real estate. Okay, real estate, facilitating property transactions and automating rental agreements. So that's powerful. So you can get involved with smart contracts as it pertains to real estate. And I know I was involved in some in the past as well. So it's very, very lucrative. Now, a third way that people build wealth with smart contracts is with improving traceability and reducing fraud in supply chains. Okay, so powerful when it comes to supply chains. Again, reducing fraud. So that's huge there. And then a fourth way that I do want to mention when it comes to building wealth with smart contracts is automating claims processing and payouts in insurance. So the insurance industry is definitely benefiting from this concept of smart contracts. Now, I will tell you, give you an insider idea. For me personally, I focus on that first option there, the DeFi platforms. I've been involved with the real estate element, but I have not gotten involved with the supply chain element and insurance element yet. But definitely DeFi and real estate. So let's talk a bit about real world applications of smart contracts. Real world. How do we make it practical? How do we apply it? Because real world applications of smart contracts include DeFi, decentralized finance, platforms, enabling decentralized lending and borrowing in finance. Okay. And then not just that, securely managing patient records. Okay. You can securely manage patient records and automate insurance claims in healthcare. So for those of you who are healthcare professionals, smart contracts can be the way to go. And we don't just stop there with finance and healthcare, but it also taps into this element of the government as well, streamlining public services and voting systems. Powerful, powerful. So it can streamline these particular systems here. And then lastly, retail. Okay, retail. It can enhance loyalty programs and streamline payments in the retail industry. So this is huge. There's some strong movement, forward motion when it comes to smart contracts in all of these industries. But whenever we talk about assets and building wealth, I never want to leave you blind so that you don't understand the risk or the challenges that may be involved. So I do want to share that with you as well. Okay, it has many benefits, but there are also risks and challenges to consider, such as vulnerabilities in smart contract code. Okay, so there could be some security risks depending on the platform that you utilize. Also, compliance with legal and regulatory frameworks, because we all know that there are some regulatory bodies that are involved. Okay, they can't control 100% of everything, but they are involved to a degree. Third, scalability, right? So there are challenges with scaling blockchain networks. So just understand that. Doesn't mean that we're not going to overcome the challenges, but there are challenges there that people are working through. And then lastly, the complexity of smart contract development and implementation. So it is a complex topic and a complex field, but it does not mean that you can't leverage or benefit from it. So what does the future hold when it comes to smart contracts? Let's talk about that because it looks promising to me. I don't know about you, but it looks promising to me. With continuous innovation in blockchain and smart contract technologies, and then you have increasing adoption across various sectors in industries. I just shared that with you a moment ago. And then the development of cross-chain smart contracts. That's something new. You want to look out for that one. Cross-chain smart contracts. And then lastly, an evolving regulatory landscape, because there's always some policy, some law, something that, the governmental bodies try to put in place to try to regulate things. So just be aware that these things are present. I do want to share with you a couple of case study scenarios. It's always great to be able to see what it looks like from different angles. And so let's look at a case study of a popular DeFi lending platform. Okay. Users can lend and borrow assets without intermediaries. And so as a result, you have this significant interest earnings for lenders and then easy access to funds for borrowers. Okay. So there's earnings taking place. There's easy access to funds for borrowers through these lending platforms. So it's very, very powerful. Okay. And so this platform leverages smart contracts to, number one, automate, and number two, secure the lending process. So like I said, it enhances things in so many ways. You got that automation factor and the security factor. So smart contracts are very, very useful. Now here's a second and final case scenario that I do want to share with you all during this class. And so in the real estate sector, let's move to that sector there. Smart contracts can facilitate property sales as well. I know, you're probably like, what? Absolutely. Smart contracts can facilitate property sales. For example, a property sale can be automated with a smart contract, ensuring the sale is executed once all the conditions are met. So this actually results in a faster, cheaper, and more secure transaction. So it can automate the execution of the sale. That's simply what I'm saying. It helps things move faster. Okay, get things done in a more efficient way. And so this is a second case scenario involving real estate when it comes to real estate transactions. So it can be very, very powerful for those of you who are in the real estate space to consider getting involved or even including smart contracts in what you do. So to wrap all this up, stay put now, to wrap it up, in conclusion, smart contracts offer automation. That's number one, efficiency. Number three, security. And then lastly, transparency. If you don't write anything down, those four words right there are huge. Automation, efficiency, security, and transparency. So I know you may be saying, with all this information that you gleaned during this mini class, what do you do next? I'm going to encourage you to do a couple of things. Explore DeFi platforms. There are many out there. Okay, there's so many out there. And even real estate applications for those of you who are real estate professionals. And then more, just look at other platforms to leverage smart contracts. Now, here's what I do want to share with you, okay? You can learn more about this topic of smart contracts and wealth building by reviewing the Legacy Wealth Solution. Over 500,000 people have obtained smart contracts. And so I'm encouraging you to join me and those 500,000 plus people to unlock the full potential of smart contracts. So if you're watching this and maybe you're seeing this on the platform, you might see a button nearby that you can click on to learn more and to get started in the world of smart contracts to build your wealth today.